I'm making a broccoli and cheddar soup. The recipe I found is a copycat of Panera, but I'm not following the recipe because it says use cream and I don't have any cream. So what I used instead is I'm going to substitute cream cheese and 2% milk. And we'll see how that goes. So far, we have onions chopped and in butter over medium heat. We're supposed to wait for them to be translucent. And let's say they're about there. So, now we add the milk. Because what we're doing is, it looks like it starts out as a roux. Which makes sense, because broccoli cheese is kind of a creamy soup. So, I'm going to add in the flour to my butter. Okay. We'll mix that all up. Using a heavy bottomed stainless steel pan. And everything, well, all the vegetables in this soup can be used, or can come from a winter garden, kind of. In a way, they're vegetables that should be available in the winter. Carrots, broccoli, onions. Alright, I'm going to take that off that heat for a second. Next thing we need to do, continue to cook for a minute or two. Gradually whisk cream and broth into the mixture. So this is where I don't have cream. So I'm going to go ahead and put in milk and broth. I'm supposed to have 2 cups of cream and 2 cups of broth. 1 cup is 8 ounces. This cream cheese is 8 ounces. So I'm going to do 2 cups of broth, 1 cup of milk, and 1 cup of cream cheese. I don't see how it could go wrong, but you never know. I'm going to add the broth in first. This I really like because it doesn't have any salt. Like, it's not just lower salt, it's no salt. So I can add the amount of salt that I want. So, love this one. I'm going to pour some in. Okay, it's like impossible to hold the phone and cook at the same time. So, you're just going to have to trust me, and I will show you steps as I do them. But right now I'm putting the milk and the broth in, and the cream cheese. Okay, I have the 2 cups of broth and 1 cup of milk in for now. Okay, stir that for a bit. It'll get good and not clumpy. Do not want clumps. Edges there. Alright. Just need to wait for all this to melt together. Gonna kind of. Alright, now we are supposed to add the carrots and broccoli. These are carrots from my garden. I found a few little bitty tiny ones, and the recipe only called for 1 carrot, so I rolled with it. Alright, that's what it looks like now. It's still quite sloppy, but I figure as it cooks, it'll get thicker. So it says to bring to a simmer and leave alone for about 20 minutes. That's what we do next. Alright, we are not quite to a simmer yet, but it's already thickened up enough. So I think my 2% milk mixed with cream cheese is working out in place of the cream, which is pretty cool. Good to know, eh? Soup gets done doing its bubbling for 20 minutes. I am going to put it in the Vitamix, and I'm gonna just blend it actually in the Vitamix. And it'll actually cook the soup too if I put it in there and blend it, but I'm gonna cook it on the stove and then put it in the Vitamix because I don't want to overheat the Vitamix. It's not mine, it's borrowed. While I'm waiting for that to cook, I'm gonna take this time to bitch about my countertops. I like the color of the countertops. I like what they're made out of. However, I don't like the fact that whoever put them in used tile. There is a large dent right there. The grouting doesn't come to the tile, so junk gets in that grouting, and I have to use a toothbrush to scrub it out. What I have to do, like, I can't roll out anything on my countertops because it gets stuck in those cracks, so I have a whole bunch of these things and I just lay them out and create a flat surface to roll things out on. Used to use plastic wrap, so at least this is better than that. And it's crazy annoying, like so annoying. Like what's coming right along. Let's give it a few more minutes. Alright, I have the soup in the blender. Now I'm gonna flip this around. Alright, it's been blended. I took about 3/4 of the soup and blended it. So now it's got this green tint to it. Still has not been salted. The butter I used had no salt. The chicken stock I used had no salt. I'm sure there was some salt in the Philadelphia cream cheese, but I need to put salt and pepper in this. I also need to put the cheese. And then I need to let it all melt and it's ready. I'm going to do those two things and then come right back. Alright, I have salted it and I have peppered it. And it is good to go. Just melting that cheese into it. I'd say the half milk, half Philadelphia cream cheese worked just fine in place of cream. So this cheese is in here. I'm gonna bowl it up, serve it to the family. Boy probably won't eat it, but I'm gonna try to get him to eat it anyhow. He can just starve if he doesn't eat it. Man will eat it. So, oh, as far as salt goes, I like to use this stuff because it's flaky. And I feel like I don't oversalt things as easily when I use it. So, yeah. Broccoli cheddar soup. Delish. Also made some crescent rolls to go with it. Y'all have a nice evening.